Welcome into another edition of the Edward Jones Chatting Cage. I'm Tim McMaster. Stepping into the cage, as you can see today, Mike Zunino, catcher for the Seattle Mariners, the red-hot Seattle Mariners right now as they make a playoff push here in mid-August. Mike, thanks so much for stepping into the cage.
Oh, thanks for having me, Tim.
All right, fans, you know how this works. Chatting Cage, hashtag for Twitter, or get on the MLB Fans app, or press that button, get in line. We're going to get right into social media. And go to that MLB Fans app. You can get it right on your phone. And we're going to go to Bronx Bombers FTW, Mike. And he wants to know, who was your favorite team to watch when you were growing up?
Oh, I grew up watching a lot of Miami Marlins games. Just grew up in that area. That was the team that was on. So I grew up watching them, Edgar Renteria, Jeff Conine, Charles Johnson. So just watch that whole crew in the 90s play.
Yeah, great stuff. And, of course, you stayed there for your college ball. I know playing for Florida, you were a Gator. As we get ready to welcome a fan into the show, Mike, and off to such a good start since you've been back up with the Seattle Mariners this season. This is the Edward Jones Chatting Cage. You can get in line, press that button. You can ask Mike your own question. We're going to go back to social media here. And, Mike, the Mallet God, that's the name on the MLB Fans app, wants to know, what have you changed in your approach at the plate this season that's made such a huge difference for you?
I think the biggest thing was just simplifying everything. I had a lot of people telling me some different things to try, and this offseason I put a lot of work in just simplifying stuff to where I felt comfortable. And the biggest thing was just sort of simplifying my load, and it gave me a little bit longer to see the ball and recognize pitches.
Absolutely. It certainly made a big difference. 23 games with the Mariners right now, 266 average for you. You already have 6 home runs in that small sample size as well. We're getting ready to get some fans involved as well here in the chatting cage. But one more social question here. Travis Scott wants to know, Mike, what's your favorite baseball movie?
Oh, man, it's got to be The Sandlot. I mean, just growing up, watching Benny the Jet. Just sort of brings you back to the good days of being a kid and just playing the game for the love of the game.
Absolutely. Now, how do you keep that part of your game now? How do you keep it fun as a Major League Baseball player?
It's got a lot to do with the group around you. I mean, we got a great group here in Seattle, and when you can go in every day to the ballpark and just have fun and joke around with guys, it keeps you very loose, and it's easy to play well when you're playing loose.
Yeah, and that looseness is certainly paying off on the field. You guys have been red hot the last month and a half or so, right in the race as far as the wild card goes. We have a fan ready to go here, Mike. Fan, just tell us your name, where you're from, and go ahead with your question.
Hey guys, this is Dennis from Olympia, and my question for you, Mike, is what's it like catching King Felix Hernandez behind the plate?
It's a lot of fun. I mean, obviously he's got some of the best stuff in baseball, and to be able to catch a guy like that's just special. But he's a big competitor. He's got great pitches, so it always keeps you on your toes. But it's one of those that's a challenge, but it's always worth going in there every 5th day to catch him.
Mike, I mentioned your college roots, and we're going to go back to that for the EDJ question of the day. The EDJ question of the day today is, you attended the University of Florida. How do you think the Gators football team is going to do in the SEC this fall?
I think they're going to do well. I mean, we made great strides under Coach McElwain last year. I think we got some good pieces in there. Always got a great defense. So looking forward to some college football starting here soon.
Yeah, outstanding stuff. And the Gators trying to get back on top down there in the SEC. Such a tough conference. It doesn't get any better than that as far as college football goes. We have another fan, Mike, ready to go. Fan, just tell us your name, where you're from. Go ahead with your question.
Hey Mike, my name's Andrew and I'm from Houston, Texas, and I was wondering, how much work did you put in when you were a kid to get to the level you are now?
A lot. Mostly it was a lot of playing. I try to play wherever I could, whether it was travel ball or Little League or rec ball, high school. I just tried to play as much as I could. And then really towards my junior and senior year of high school, I started working out more, hitting a lot in the off season. But it took a lot of time and a lot of effort on that part to sort of continue what I wanted to do in my baseball career.
Yeah, outstanding. Mike, we have another social media question here. It comes from the Baseball Addict, and they want to know, what is a better feeling, throwing out a base stealer or hitting a home run?
Oh, man. they're both great feelings. Don't get me wrong. I think throwing out a base runner is obviously nice. It can change the momentum of an inning. Guys don't run all the time, so that happens much less. You have a chance every time you step into the box, but when a guy goes and you throw him out and you can shut him down, it's a nice feeling.
Another question from the MLB Fans app, Mike. Crawfish and Crawford Boxes is the name. You got to love the names we get through here. They want to know, is there a catcher from the history of baseball, that you kind of compare your game to?
Oh, man. I don't know about comparing it, but I try to take stuff from every catcher that I watch. I mean, it's hard not to try to, take stuff from Yadier Molina, Buster Posey, and then you watch guys that had caught in the past. Obviously Johnny Bench, one of the best. So I think more so I just try to take stuff from all those guys and sort of apply it to my game and try to get better that way.
Absolutely. Back to Twitter we go, and for Keeps92, he wants to know, what has made the Mariners such a hot team lately?
I think we trust one another. It's a tight-knit group. The staff has done a great job of keeping us loose and keeping us focused. And then when we can play for one another, it's a good feeling to have that, and we never feel like we're out of a ball game.
Yeah, and it's been really cool to watch. The last couple of years, there were high expectations with the Mariners, and this year it's really coming together for you guys. It's been cool to see, and hopefully keep it going throughout the month of August into September, hopefully October. We have another fan ready to go here, Mike. Fan, just tell us your name and where you're from. Go ahead with your question for Mike.
My name is Marvin from Seattle, actually. Hey, Marvin. Hi, Mike. How's it going? What's the best thing about playing for Seattle Mariners?
I think the best thing is the history. Seattle's got such a great history. You look at the players that have played here. Obviously winning 116 games and having the all-time win record there. There's just a lot of history here. So to be able to play here in such a great town that has great fans, it's nice to be a part of that and hopefully bring back some playoff and championship wins here.
Absolutely. Great fans, some great players over the years. And you, Mike, this year, thanks a lot for stepping into the chatting cage because we are out of time.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
All right, that's going to do it for another edition of the Edward Jones Chatting Cage. Tune in again next time.